कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्णा। अर्पणमस्तु।
हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्ण माता जी।
हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्ण माता जी, दंडवत प्रणाम।
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु। Okay, start with the prayers. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाखया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपाय कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम राम हरे हरे। हरि हराय नमः कृष्ण यादवाय नमः, यादवाय माधवाय केशवाय नमः। हरिहराय नमः कृष्ण यादवाय नमः, यादवाय माधवाय गोविंदाय नमः। श्री कृष्ण हरि बोल, गोपाल हरि बोल, राधा रमण गोविंद हरि बोल। श्री कृष्ण हरि बोल, गोपाल हरि बोल, राधा रमण गोविंद हरि बोल। जय राधा गोविंद राधे, जय गौरनिताय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय, जय पंचतत्वा पंचतत्वा जय पंचतत्वा, जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा। निताय गौर हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल। So welcome you all. Hare Krishna. I think on Thursday we were discussing about the second chapter. A few
Yes,
devotees
Mataji.
were there. Yeah, first stages of devotion. We have read through few, but if devotee wanted to read again also, it is okay for me because there were only few devotees who were present on that particular day. What do you say? The choice is yours.
Yes, Mata.
How many devotees would like to read it again can raise their hands?
हरे कृष्ण माता जी।
Even Vamshi Prabhu was not there that day, I think. Prabhu, you had a network issue that day. Would you like to read again?
Yeah, I have. I do.
Percentage charging of his battery, I remember.
Yeah.
But
Mataji, I think we can read.
No, it's okay. I will read in separately. We will continue from where we ended. If Prabhu wanted to continue, then he go ahead. Or we will continue where we are.
Sanju Mataji, Hare Krishna. Yes.
Hare Krishna. Can I read it? Three categories of devotional service which Srila Rupa Goswami describes in Bhakti Rasamrita.
Mataji, you are not audible.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes. Rohini Mataji, where were we yesterday on that day?
Mataji, we have to start from the paragraph, these different orders of societies and grades. If you put a search and type these words, it will come, Mataji.
హరే కృష్ణ మాతాజీ మీరు ఆ రోజు చెప్పారు అంటే మళ్ళీ కంటిన్యూ చేయడం వద్దు అంటే 4 వర్ణాశ్రమాస్ ఉన్నాయి కదా వాటి గురించి
Yeah, below that. Yes, Mataji. The next paragraph. These
డిస్కస్ చేద్దాం క్లాస్ లో అన్నారు.
Yes, Prabhu, actually.
These are certain prescribed method for enjoying.
these different
employing our senses and mind.
These different orders.
Mataji, this one. Yes, this paragraph
Yeah.
we have to start.
I think we will start from here. I think what is there? Let me see. Okay, Hare Krishna. The regulative principle. Yeah, varnas and ashrama. 4 different varnas and 4 the ashramas. 4 ashramas.
yes మాతాజీ.
This we have already knows. And the ashramas, brahmachari ashrama, celibate, that is till 25 years of, then grahastha ashrama or brahmachari ashrama, they can continue till 50. Then after 50 they have to take a sannyas ashram, then the vanaprastha. Okay. The principle of remembering the Supreme Personality of the Godhead constantly and not forgetting Him at any point is meant to be followed by everyone without fail, no matter whatever one and whatever ashram it is there. Okay. In this injunction, everything will automatically fall into line, and all of the rules and regulations should be treated as assistant or servant to this one basic principle. Okay. The injunctions of these rules are mentioned in 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. 5th chapter, verses 2 and 3. The 4 social orders, namely the Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra, that represent different forms of the Lord. Anybody remembers? Again, it has been written here. Okay, the Brahmanas have come from the head, Kshatriyas the chest, and the arm, Vaishyas from the waist, and the Shudras the legs. Similarly, the sannyasis came out of the head, and Vanaprasthas from the arms, and Grihasthas from the waist, and Brahmacharis from the legs. Okay. So, which one is most respectable? Hare Krishna.
Sannyasa.
Sannyasa ashram, yes, okay. Whenever you worship the Lord.
Topmost. Sannyasa is the topmost.
Mm-hmm.
Sannyasa is the topmost, Mataji.
Okay. But everything is equally important, right?
Everything is equal to important, because to maintain this material world for require certain varna and asrama divided by the Lord himself as long ago. Later it was following by his saintly kings and also his devotees, and implemented by the Brahmanas. But later Brahmanas are also involved in the administrative works there. They later they involved.
So simply so what is the merely being in that ashram is, or in the varna, is not important. You exactly have to execute that particular function for that, isn't it?
Gurana karma vivasaha.
So today, in today's generation, in Kali Yuga, is it happening or not?
No, it's happening. No, not happening. How can we do? Kali Yuga, everyone are like mixtures. So it was not happening, but we're trying to revive.
So in Kali Yuga, everybody is a Shudra, they say.
Not really, but yes, partially Sudras.
Because they have forgotten their responsibility towards the society and they are more indulgent in the materialistic life. Yeah. So again, the different orders of societies and grades of spiritual advancement are conceived in terms of qualification. Again, here we have everyone is a Brahmana or a Shudra. One has to satisfy the Supreme Law. That is the primary goal. And everyone must be engaged in a particular duty as per their capacity. Brahmanas, yes, can engage by doing what? Hare Krishna.
Pathanam,
Four
Pathanam.
different ashrams, and they are functioning towards the Lord.
They Pathanam, and they give donation and they take donation also. At the same time, they spread a religious Vedic injunction to common people, those who are lower to them, like Vaishyas, Kshatriyas, and Shudras. Vedic injunction.
Yeah, I more or less it is. I mean to say, they are being given service to the society in the form of imparting the Vedic knowledge to all the needy people. Okay, and they shouldn't be greedy and should survive on the alms given by the rest of the class of the people. But in today's generation, it is not happening so. People are more into the jobs. It is not the same like how it used to be before. But as far as certain knowledge is the whether whatever varna, whatever ashra somebody is there, once they have taken up the job, as per one's capacity, they should do service towards the job. Similarly, the Kshatriyas, yes, Hare Krishna can give like how they are contributing to the service of the Lord.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Kshatriyas are the protectors of the people. So they are a strength of all the other three varnas. Like Kshatriya being a king, so they take care of all the common people, including but they take guidance from the Brahmanas and they take help of labor work laboring work from Shudras. Yes,
They
Mataji.
have to basically protect the community, right? Whether it's a Brahmana or Kshatriya, the fellow Kshatriya or the Vaishya and the Shudra, their main work is to protect them, isn't it? Yeah. So are the people doing so? They wanted to protect themselves first nowadays.
No, Mataji.
In today's scenario.
Instead of that, they are they're harming others who are considered low.
Yeah, and how about the Vaishyas?
Vaishyas have to protect the cows and they should do farming and but nowadays uh, everybody is doing a different work, not the work which they have to do.
Okay, but is it happening so in today's generation?
No, sorry. Agriculture is just 15 years ago it was 70% in India. Now it is 48. It has come to 48%.
And people are more greedy. They wanted to have more yield but less nutritious. And people wanted to make money out of the business. The cows have been not protected properly, isn't it? So many things are there. Yeah. How about the Shudras? Hare Krishna.
These Shudras are the people who they generally don't have knowledge of Vedas, but they only know laboring work.
So is it happening so in this particular?
Everybody now everybody is doing labor work, um, including um, people who born in Brahmana family or Kshatriya family. Everybody is doing
Yeah.
labor work for the
Mhm.
company.
Yeah. So when it comes to similarly, what we have discussed, the same thing is been told here. Yeah. Yeah. Can somebody read this highlighted part?
According Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. According to Vedic injunctions, when a Brahmana is, it is to be understood that the personality of Godhead is eating through him. It is not, however, that the Brahmana should simply eat on behalf of the Lord and not preach the message of Bhagavad Gita to the world. Actually, one who preaches the message of the Gita is very dear to Krishna, as is confirmed in the Gita itself. Such a preacher is factually a Brahmana, and one which the Supreme Lord directs.
Hare Krishna. So one has to reach, what do you say, see that the message reach out to the more needy people. Then it is said to be a true Brahmana. Yeah, he is doing the service of a true Brahmana. Okay. Next, somebody else can read this one.
I can read Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Violence is required in order to give protection. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna directly gave his order to Arjuna to commit violence on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, just to give protection to the people in general.
Hare
You want
Krishna. Yeah, Mataji, just a minute. So, similarly, Vaishyas, you can read this paragraph, Mataji.
Okay, Mataji. The Vaishyas are meant for producing agricultural products, trading them and distributing them, and the working class or Shudras are those who haven't the intelligence of the Brahmanas or the Kshatriyas or the Vaishyas, and therefore they are meant to help these higher classes by bodily labor. In this way, there is full cooperation and spiritual advancement among all the different orders of society. And when there is no such cooperation, the members of society will fall down. That is the present position in the Kali Yuga. This age of quarrel, nobody is doing his duty, and everyone is simply puffed up by calling himself a Brahmana, intellectual, or a Kshatriya, soldier or statesman. But actually, such people are without status. They are out of touch with the Supreme Personality of Godhead because they are not Krishna conscious. Therefore, the Krishna conscious movement is intended to set the whole of human society in proper condition so that everyone will be happy and take profit from developing Krishna consciousness.
So only merely by a varna, if somebody is doing the work, it is not. If they are puffed up by ego, I belong to this is not it. They have to, one has to work for the Lord. If anybody remembers what the four services, what we can render to the Lord, 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, anybody remembers?
ఏంటి మాతాజీ మళ్ళీ రిపీట్ చేయరా మాతాజీ క్వశ్చన్
Four types of services what we render to the Lord as per one's convenience. Anybody remembers, or are you not getting me?
Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevanam, like that you are asking, Mataji?
No, no, those are 9 types of devotion service, not that, Prabhu.
It is serious for 2021.
One has to do the service towards the Lord following the 4 regulative principles on the Vedas and all. If not that, then
Okay, Mataji, got it.
Prabhu, your voice is very low.
12th
హరే
chapter,
కృష్ణ మాతాజీ
your
మీరు అడిగింది ఏంటి 4 types ఆఫ్ రెండరింగ్ డివోషనల్ సర్వీసా
Yes, Prabhu.
అవి ఓకే I think there are in Bhagavad Gita explain the bit middle. Okay, one who fixes mind on the Supreme, and then he always engage in the devotional service, um, and work for Krishna, like spreading his message to other people, and whatever he do any activities, he offer to Lord, without any expecting the results, and without any false ego. Whatever he work by his activities, karma, those results devotee offer to Krishna, isn't it?
Yes, Prabhu.
ఇవి కావా
Yes, Prabhu.
first type, so second is
ఇదే ఓకే wait
అంటే
this
yes,
is
No,
all
it
three
is, yeah, it is
qualities
correct. It
service.
is correct, Prabhu. Yeah, Shravan Prabhu, please tell.
yes, Mataji, with mind and intelligence first. Second, Lord is telling, if you are not able to do this, second option, Abhyasa Yoga, and follow the 4 regulative principles and do that. And if it is not possible, that also you can work for me. If it is not
Possible.
Do
Then
whatever you want, and end of the result offer to me.
Submit the result
అదే
unto the
అంటున్నారు,
Lord.
కర్మఫలం త్యాగం చేసి దానికి సమర్పించమని చెప్పారు.
Yes, and knowledge renunciation, meditation. Knowledge better than the knowledge renunciation. Meditation.
14 to 20 శ్లోకాస్ ప్రభుజీ ఉన్నాయి.
Yes.
I think something like Ananya Bhakti, right, Mataji? Constantly think of Lord with full devotion and do service.
That is the yes, Mataji. That is the first one. If they are not able to do, then follow the 4 regulative principles. They're not that, then you work for the Lord. Okay, any service towards the Lord. Let's be painting or cleaning or any sort of other services which we offer it to the temple. All those comes under service towards the Lord. Not only the preaching part. Okay, preaching is one aspect, but any service which is rendered for the Krishna is the service towards the Lord. And some people are very busy, they don't have time and all. So at the end, those sort of people can submit the results onto the Lord in that way. Lord has been very leveraged towards the devotees. By one or the other way, they want him to remember him and be dear to him. Okay. Hare Krishna. Yeah, somebody can start reading from this. There is similar statement by Shri Krishna himself to Uddhava. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. There is a similar statement by Sri Krishna himself to Uddhava in the 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 27th chapter, verse 49. The Lord says there, "My dear Uddhava, all persons are engaged in activities, whether those indicated in the revealed scriptures or ordinary worldly activities. If by the result of either of such activities they worship me in Krishna consciousness, then automatically they become very happy within this world as well as in the next. Of this there
Mataji,
is
Sri Krishna, we skip that above paragraph, Mataji. Lord Sri Krishna instructed Uddhava. From there we should read.
No. I asked her to read from here only.
Okay, yes, okay, Mataji.
We can conclude from this statement by Krishna that activities in Krishna consciousness will give everyone all perfection in all desires. Thus, the Krishna consciousness movement is so nice that there is no need of even designating oneself Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, or Sannyasi. Let everyone be engaged in whatever occupation he now has. Simply let him worship Lord Krishna by the result of his activities in Krishna consciousness. That will adjust the whole situation, and everyone will be happy and peaceful within the world. In the Narada Pancharatra, the regulative principles of devotional service are described as follows. Any activities sanctioned in the revealed scriptures and aiming at the satisfaction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead are accepted by saintly teachers as regulative principles of devotional service. If one regularly executes such service unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead under the direction of a bona fide spiritual master, then gradually he rises to the platform of serving in pure love of God. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, whatever varna or whatever ashrama one may be, okay? But if they're engaged in serving the Lord, then automatically he will rise to the platform of serving the pure love of the Godhead. Hare Krishna. Why this is not moving? Chapter 3, eligibility of the candidate for accepting devotional service. Okay, one is ready to do service towards the Lord, but one should have that eligibility. Now, what are those we will see here? Yes, Hare Krishna. Who wanted to read?
From the beginning, Mataji.
On account of his association with Mahatmas.
Okay. Chapter 3, eligibility of the candidates for accepting devotional service. Hare Krishna. On the account of association with the Mahatmas, a great source 100% engaged in the devotional service of the Lord, one may attain little bit of attraction for Krishna, Sri Krishna, but at the same time, one may remain very much attached to fruitive activities and material sense enjoyment, and not be prepared to under undergo the different types of renunciation. Such person, if he has unflinching attraction to Krishna, become a eligible candidate for discharging devotional service. This attraction for Krishna consciousness is association with pure devotees is the sign of great fortune. It is confirmed by Lord Chaitanya that only the fortunate person, by the mercy of both a bona fide spiritual master and Krishna, will get the seed of devotional service. In this connection, Lord Shri Krishna says in the Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, 11th chapter, verse 8, my dear Uddhava, only exceptional fortunate fortune does someone become attracted to me, and even if one is not completely detached from fruitive activities or is not completely attached to devotional service, such service is quickly effective.
Hare Krishna. So, yeah. So what the soul should be the pure devotees, isn't it? So getting attraction for Krishna consciousness in association with the pure devotees is a sign of a great fortune. So anybody has any we say revelations or anything on this? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji.
For this line, anybody wanted to has something to say? Your own personal experience.
Attraction Krishna consciousness with the pure devotee, sign of fortune. Like Shri Krishna, Lord Chaitanya also said, na, Guru Kripa कौन भाग्यवान ब्रह्मांड ब्रह्मिते कौन भाग्यवान गुरु कृपा पाए भक्ति लता बीजा. Okay, we will take from reference from Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, so association. Okay, Narada took association as we know. He rendered service to 4 months of the Chaturmasa to Mahatmas, and even Jagai Madai also took association. Later, they actually Nityananda Prabhu approached many times to convince them. Oh, you should not to be act like this. You are so pious, coming from Brahmanical family, and you should not do such sense gratification things. And later it converted into reversal, and they become by the mercy of Nityananda, they become devotees of the Krishnas, and they participated in the Sankirtana movement. And who the Valmiki also associate with who pure devotees of Mahajana, Narada. They later he wrote great scriptures of Ramayana. And then who the animal killer who cut half and live. That name is what? His name? Uh,
Ratnakarna.
Ratnakar. Later he told, no, no, you should not. Narada, again Narada. Again Narada. Do not do this way, and please accept my orders and follow devotional service. And even Narada also approached while a kid he was in the womb of her mother. He with his association born at the what Daitya family, hearing from the pure devotee from his mother. But his mother that time he was not conscious or not that much of focus. But due to this child was so consciousness, and through his mother, then he was become pure devotee of our who he what is name our mm, mm, Narasimha's devotee, Prahalada. No, no, Prahalada కాదు అతని పేరు. What Mataji is name?
Dhruv Maharaj.
Dhruv Maharaj. Prahalada story was different.
He was also instructed by Narada when he was in mother's womb. Okay. So different stages, from the womb, mother, young boy is Dhruv Maharaj. Okay. And a bit younger child is Narad in his Chaturmasa Vrata along with his mother. And yeah. So all these are, and Valmiki is in the adult stage. So different association of the pure devotee is one thing which transforms in them into the attraction for Krishna. Okay. And there are also many examples from Haridas Thakur. One lady will be there who will be sent by a prostitute, who will be sent to misguide and break the tapas of Haridas Thakur. Even eventually she will also become a great devotee. Anybody remembers that story? Hare Krishna. Haridas Thakur is constantly doing the japa, Most of the time he is in the japa only. And to just break the japa, the king of that particular place, he will send the prostitute to disrupt his practices. She will go and sit in front of him, and she'll make some lousy posters and all those things, try to distract him by any means. And she approached him to spend time with her. Then Haridas Thakur says, let me finish off this, then definitely I can spend time with you. Likewise, every day she comes and she'll sit and she'll go. And after 3-4 days, she will realize that she is disrupting the sadhana of a great sadhaka by coming and doing all the abominable things and all. So eventually when she realizes, then she'll fall onto the feet of Haridas Thakur. Then he says, whatever the money you have acquired out of this profession, you should give up on to the needy people, and you sit in my place and do the japa. So that particular king, he will be like, what happened? He is curious, like what has happened and why this lady, she did not turn up. And also one day when he come along with a army of a people, then he will be surprised to find that lady there sitting in place of Haridas Thakur and doing the chanting. So even such a great abominable people also, once they fall down, the fallen souls, I can say, when they come in contact with the pure devotees, they will feel attraction towards Krishna. Okay. And yeah, Shravan Prabhu, anything you have to ask? Anything you wanted to? Any other examples if you remember?
Regarding also, Mataji.
Yes, yes. So some innate ability will be there in that person, but when they come in contact with that particular source, then their devotional service intensifies. Here we can also see the example of our founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada, isn't it? He was inclined towards the devotional service and all, but once he come in contact with his spiritual master, his devotion intensified. So the pure devotees are so pure, they try to attract the people who already have certain inclination towards the Lord. Okay. Hare Krishna. Yeah, the devotees can start reading from this. Devotee may be divided into 3 classes.
Hare Krishna. Devotees may be divided into 3 classes. The devotee in the first or uppermost class is described as follows. He is very expert in the study of the relevant scriptures, and he is also expert in putting forward arguments in terms of those scriptures. he can very he can very nicely present conclusions with perfect discretions and can consider the ways of devotional service in a decisive way. He understands perfectly that the ultimate goal of life is to attain to the transcendental loving service of Krishna, and he knows that Krishna is the only object of worship and love. This first class devotee is one who has directly followed the rules and regulations under the training of a bona fide spiritual master and has sincerely obeyed him in accord with revealed scriptures, thus being fully trained to preach and become a spiritual master himself. He is considered first class. The first class devotee never deviates from the principles of higher authority, and he attains firm faith in the scriptures by understanding with all reasons and arguments. When we speak of arguments and reasons, it means arguments and reasons on the basis of revealed scriptures. The first class devotee is not interested in dry speculative methods that meant for wasting time. In other words, one who has attained a mature determination in the matter of devotional service can be accepted as the first class devotee.
Prabhu, can you please explain this in personal application?
Yes, Mataji. Devotees are divided into 3 classes: first class, second class, and third class. Personal application is like first class devotees are always studious. They are interested in reading more knowledge through scriptures, reading Srila Prabhupada books, and they are concise on scriptures. Whatever scriptures and spiritual master and the serious authorities say, they do that. They don't give excuses in following some any. Things like vows or any other things. So they are bound by the vows that they are taken from spiritual master, and they keep rendering them. And one more thing is they are firmly fixed in devotional service. Even whatever happens in their life, they are fixed that devotional service is the only way that they are convinced that will take us back to God. And then every time they are having thing is like they are following the spiritual master, and one time they will also be able to become spiritual master by those practices they are doing it, and they always try to expand this movement under their guidance of spiritual master. Sometimes, like we can see Mataji, like some people will be regularly attending Mangalarti and Srimad Bhagavatam classes. So, and then they will always focused on things. Even if we talk something about material things, they will direct us to Krishna conscious talks, and they are always focused on something that is uh, focused for improving our Krishna consciousness. So those people are like first class devotees.
So that's the reason why always we should have the association of the devotees. Next, you can read second and third class devotee also, Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji, Hare Krishna. The second class devotee has been defined by the following symptoms. He is not very expert in arguing on the strength of revealed scriptures, but he has firm faith in the objective. The purport of this description is that the second class devotee has firm faith in the procedure of devotional service unto Krishna, but he may sometimes fall to offer arguments on the strength of revealed scriptures to the opposing party. But at the same time, he is still undaunted within himself as to the decision that Krishna is the supreme object of worship. The neophyte or the third class devotee is one whose faith is not strong and who at the same time does not recognize the decision of the revealed scriptures. The neophyte's faith can be changed by someone with strong arguments or by an opposite decision. Unlike the second class devotee, who also cannot put forward arguments and evidences from the scriptures, but who still has all faith in the objective, the neophyte has no firm faith in the objective. Thus, he is called the neophyte devotee.
Hare Krishna. So, yeah, one who do not have strong faith, one who has a faith, but will be unwavered. He will not, uh, but if the neophyte or the second class devotee, if they come in contact with the first class devotee, definitely there will be a progress for these people. They will progress further. So we should always have the devotee association. It will help one another some amount of time or one or the other time. If we are falling in sadhana also, the other devotees will help them to make up and move forward. Okay. Yeah, further classification of the neophyte devotees made in Bhagavad Gita. This is as per the 7th chapter, the 4 moodas, I can say, the distress, those artho jignasararthati, those are in need of a money or inquisitive, and those who are wise, begin devotion service. Yeah, they come with a different things, But a wise man who simply realizes the greatness of the God is also counted among the neophyte. Yeah, that is in the beginning phase, neophyte and the second class devotee, but ultimately when they come in contact with the first class devotee, they progress further. Yeah, Hare Krishna, you can read this example. Example of a neophyte class is Maharaja Dhruva. Just now Prabhu has told, Vamshidhar Prabhu, isn't it? Next example is Gajendra, who was distressed and prayed for Krishna, and so after that, he becomes a pure devotee. Similarly, our Sanat Kumara, Sanaka, Sanatana, Sanandana, San Kumara, were all the category-wise saintly people. They're the first class devotees who are attracted by the devotion service. So similarly, in the Naimisharanya forest, which was headed by Saunaka, the devotees were inquisitive. Yes, what happened after that? Hare Krishna, anybody knows?
The Nainisaranyam, the devotees asked 6 questions to sages, Sutta Muni, and later it happened whom to worship, how to worship, and who was the worshipable deity for the fallen yuga, the iron age of Kali. Then the reply was the Lord Krishna, Sri Hari, Narayana or Sri Hari. The reply was, but ultimately they everyone got opportunity to hear the pure glorification of the Lord by through his pure devotees of the our Sukhama Muni.
Sukadeva Goswami.
Sukhamuni.
Yeah. So again, 4 types of devotee are described in Bhagavad Gita 7th chapter. Again, I have the first one, the Mudas, and another ones are as per the, yes, somebody please read this paragraph. Again, same, the distress, those run, yeah, you can read, please.
I'll read Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu.
From Lord Krishna, Mataji.
4 types of devotees.
These 4 types of devotees have been described in the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and they have all been accepted as pious. Without being pious, no one can come to devotional service. It is explained in Bhagavad Gita that only one who has continually executed pious activities and whose sinful reactions in life have completely stopped can take to Krishna consciousness. Others cannot. The neophyte devotee are classified into 4 groups: the distressed, those in need of money, the inquisitive, and the wise. According to the according to the gradations of their pious activities. Without pious activities, if a man is in the distressed condition, he becomes an agnostic, a communist, or something like that, because he does not firmly believe in God. He thinks that he can adjust this distressed condition by totally disbelieving in him. Lord Krishna, however, has explained in the Gita that out of these 4 types of neophytes, the one who is wise is very dear to him. Because a wise man, if he is attached to Krishna, is not seeking an exchange of material benefits. A wise man who becomes attached to Krishna does not want any return from him, either in the form of his relieving his distress or in gaining money. This means that from the very beginning, his basic principle of attachment to Krishna is more or less love. Furthermore, due to his wisdom and study of Shastras, scriptures, he can also understand that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita that after many, many births, when one becomes actually wise, he surrenders unto Vasudeva. Knowing perfectly well that Krishna, Vasudeva, is the origin and cause of all causes, therefore, he sticks to the lotus feet of Krishna and gradually develops love for him. Although such a wise man is very dear to Krishna, the others are also accepted as very magnanimous. Because even though they are distressed or in need of money, they have come to Krishna for satisfaction. But they are accepted as liberal, broad minded Mahatmas.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. This, anybody can give example, or in a day-to-day practice, we see, some become devotee at a very younger age. Some become devotee at a later age. So at different days, they take up the service towards Krishna. Can anybody just throw some light on this aspect with reference to what we have read till now?
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, our Dhruv Maharaj was very young. He was inquisitive, Artho, and Artharthi, both he was. However, while he was meditating, instruction from the our dear lovable Narada. Uh, he was chanted 6 months, even 5 months or 6 months, with the faith. With later, Lord Narayana himself appear, and after looking Narayana, he totally thought. Actually, um, uh, he was told to Narayana, "Oh my Lord, I came for the pieces of glass, but after looking to you, totally, I don't need anything. Only I want to only you, because you are the like diamond, shining diamond." Then he was later, then he was become. But by the mercy of the Lord, he benediction all bestowed all mercy to Dhruva Maharaj. and he later become pure devotee. And after ruling this kingdom for 30,000 or something years, later he was become Dhruva Maharaj, Dhruva sky, planet of Dhruva sky of spirit sky. Then he went to go to back to Godhead, who was later become devotee. Who was later become devotee? Pure devotee later become. We can take reference, but he was in the before also he was devotee, but wrong association. He was into sense gratification. We know he was. Hmm, what is his name? Hmm, many things are coming and classing. Uh,
You are saying about Ajamila?
Ajamela.
No, Ajamila, he just remembered the Lord.
No,
Okay.
later he
No.
was later become devotee. He remembered Lord.
No, Prabhu. He will just utter his son's name as Narayana. By
But
that
he
word,
Narayana utter son's name, but he was utter Shuddhanama. It was written in the Srimad Bhagavatam, also Srimad.
yes, of course,
Yes, Shuddhanama with pure
no.
Nama he uttered. Because
Maybe
later
not
he
at
passed
end,
life
not at end age,
devotional
Prabhu.
service.
We can take some other example. Yes, Hare Krishna. Any more examples from other devotees also?
Narada, no, Ravana's younger brother is Vibhishana. Vibhishan. He was become pure devotee later of his life.
Yes.
And she was praying to Krishna that even if she gets all the troubles back from starting from where it started, she'll be happy, but she'll be morose if Krishna leaves her. So she is like not worried about this material condition of life. She wants only Krishna to be with her.
Yes. And composer of Ramayana.
Valmiki Muni.
He was totally ignorant, isn't it? At a later age, he became so elevated that he has composed Ramayana. Okay. Hare Krishna. If somebody can read this without being elevated to position of a Jnani or wise man. Yes, who wanted to read Hare Krishna? Manjula Mataji, Sanju Mataji.
Want me to read Mataji? Because I already read. I thought you are giving chance to others.
No problem, Mataji, read it.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Achha, Sanju Mataji, you wanted to read? Okay. Without being elevated to the position of a Jnani.
Without being elevated to the position of Jnani, a wise man, one cannot stick to the principle of worshiping the Supreme Personality of a Godhead. The less intelligent or those whose intelligence has been taken away by the spell of Maya are attached to different demigods on account of the influence of the modes of nature. The wise man is has thoroughly understood that he is spirit, soul, and not simply a body. Because he realizes that he is spirit and Krishna is the supreme spirit. He knows that his intimate relationship should be with Krishna, his body. The distressed and the man in want of money are in material concept of life because distress and need of money are both in relationship with this body. One who is inquisitive may be little above the distress and the man in need of money, but still he is on the material platform. But a wise man who seeks Krishna knows perfectly well that he is spirit soul, a Brahman, and that Krishna is the supreme spirit soul. Para or Para Brahman, he knows that the spirit soul being subordinate and finite should always devote himself with the infinite and supreme Krishna. That is this relationship of the wise man with Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Manjula Mataji, you can read from here.
From as status, no, Mataji.
It can be concluded that a person is freed. Yes, I'll read this. Who is freed from the bodily concept of life is eligible candidate for pure devotional services. So it is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita that after Brahman realization, one is freed from the material anxiety and can see everything on an equal level. He is eligible to enter into the devotional service. Yes, Mataji.
Okay, as stated before, there are three kinds of happiness: material, spiritual, and devotional. Devotional happiness and the happiness due to its execution are not possible as long as one is materially affected. If someone has a desire for material enjoyment or for becoming one with the Supreme, these are both considered material concepts because the impersonalist cannot appreciate the spiritual happiness of association and the exchange of loving affairs with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Their ultimate goal is to become one with the Lord. This concept is simply an extension of the material idea. In the material world, everyone is trying to be the topmost head man among all his fellow men or neighbors, either communally, socially, or nationally. Everyone is competing to be greater than all others. In the material concept of life, this greatness can be extended to the unlimited so that one actually wants to become one with the greatest of all, the Supreme Lord. This is also a material concept, although maybe a little more advanced. You want me to continue, Mataji?
Yeah. So, what we are longing for, not material or spiritual happiness. Even if you have these two, if you don't have devotional happiness, your heart will still feel weak, isn't it?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay.
We always try to compare, like we have to be greater than and prove. Always, people, including us, will try to at sometimes.
Yeah. So, spiritual concept of life is complete knowledge of one's constitutional positions. Yeah, you can read, Mataji.
However, the perfect spiritual concept of life is complete knowledge of one's constitutional position, in which one knows enough to dovetail himself in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. One must know that he is finite and that the Lord is infinite. Thus, it is not possible to actually become one with the Lord, even if one aspire for this. It is simply not possible. Therefore, anyone who has any desire or aspiration for satisfying his senses by becoming more and more important, either in the material sense or in the spiritual sense, cannot actually relish the really sweet taste of devotional service. Srila Rupa Goswami has therefore compared possessing this bhakti, material, and mukti, liberation,
Bhukti.
desires.
Bhukti.
Bhukti, material, and liberation.
Bhukti.
That's with being influenced by the black art of a witch. In both cases, one is in trouble. Bhukti means material enjoyment, and mukti means to become freed from material anxiety and to become one with the Lord. These desires are compared to being haunted by ghosts and witches because while these aspirations for material enjoyment or spiritual oneness with the Supreme remain, no one can relish the actual transcendental taste of devotional service.
So, we should go for mukti, not for bhukti.
Yeah.
Switch from bhukti to mukti. Yes, Mataji. A pure devotee never care for liberation. Yeah.
A pure devotee never cares for liberation. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu prayed to Krishna, "My dear son of Nanda, I do not want any material happiness in the shape of many followers, nor immense opulence in wealth, nor any beautiful wife, nor do I want cessation from material existence. I may take many births one after another, but what I pray from you is that my devotion unto you may always remain unflinching." You want me to read the next or Mataji?
Just a minute, Mataji. Attention of pure devotee so much attracted to glorification, Lord pastimes. This. Bilva Mangal Thakura has said, yeah. Anybody knows about his story?
Yes, Mataji. Bilbao
Yes.
Thakur was more addicted to a prostitute in this life, and one day, very big storm
What's the
was
name
coming.
of her?
That name I don't know, Mataji, but she was
No, Chintamani.
Chintamani. Okay,
We have
even
that
and that,
verse in Brahma Samhita, no, Prabhu?
I, yes, Mataji. And
Hmm.
he was like so much addicted to that, and that woman Chintamani said that like if you have this attraction, dedication towards the Lord, you get pure devotional service, or you get liberated. So that moment he gave up everything, all this attraction, and then immediately left everything and started searching for the Lord. And then he also sometimes went, and sometimes that attraction was coming back and forth for him. If he sees a beautiful woman, one Brahmin was lady was going, and he was attracted to her. So he went back of her and requested earplugs or earplugs and earpins. Immediately plugged his both the eyes, and then he thought that this is my distraction, my eyes is guiding me wrongly, so no need of having the prices. Instead of making to the wrong decision, I'll instead be blind and be pure devotee of the Lord. And then then there is big story, Mataji, and then Krishna only comes to him personally, plays with him, and one day he scolds Krishna, and then and Krishna says that if you want to find me again, come to the south, the Ananta forest. And then he travels south in the Kerala, and then he searches for Ananta forest, and then he finally uh, finds big like Lord Vishnu sleeping like Ananta Padmanabha Swami. So he's the Acharya there in Ananta Padmanabha Swami temple in Kerala. Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
Prabhu. Yeah. So from where one gets that? This is an example.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu.
A Chintamani was in Brahma Samhita. What verse, Mataji?
I think Prabhu 25, I think. Fifth
For
word.
refer to what, Mataji? Chintamani. That was Chintamani Sadmati
Yes, yes.
Kalpavriksha. That is
Kalpavruksha. Yeah.
glorification of the spiritual kingdom, kada?
Yes, Prabhu.
మరి అది ఇక్కడ వచ్చింది.
No, no, I'm telling you the name of that devotee.
Oh my God. వద్దు మాతాజీ, అది గ్లోరిఫికేషన్ ఆఫ్ ది అవర్ గోలోక వృందావన. చింతామణి is a self
No,
element.
no, Prabhu. That's see, I was just telling the name of that person who has helped this Mangala Thakura.
I got
Yeah,
it.
yeah. That's a hint, Prabhu.
Okay.
Yeah. So next example is Kapila Deva and his mother Devahuti. Okay. Again, pure devotees are charmed by seeing a different forms and beauty of my face and structure of my body, so enchanting. Okay, this particular again story, if anybody remembers, Devahuti and Kardama Muni. They'll be blessed with the 9 daughters, but Devahuti will say, no, I wanted a son to take care of me in old age. So Kardama Muni says, yes, I will be with you till I beget you a son. Once I beget you a son, then I will leave and do the sadhana. Okay. So in that way, when Kapila Muni was born to Mother Devahuti, all the austerities we perform in a life is to attend the Lord. When the Lord Himself has come into your home, so again the question arises, is it necessary for him to go for the forest exile and do the sadhana? So what is your opinion on this? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Yeah. In certain situation, it was necessary to go forest in certain condition, but in Kali Yuga, not at all.
This is with reference to Kardama Muni and Kapila Muni.
That was
Only their
Kapila
story.
Muni. Actually, Shiva, Kapila, Kardamuni one, yes, as you told this in the background in briefly, he told only I stay with until the begetting child, not entire life. Then to king, who is Devati king. So Devati father king. So but however she was not convinced, but later she was convinced. Okay, because higher cause, due to higher cause, the rishi went for a forest for severe penance. So she agreed. Then Kapila Deva born as a Narayana. Mm, yes, but your question to is it to
Yeah, I will tell you, Prabhu. Here, Devahuti prayers and her services towards the Lord is so much elevated that Lord Himself is born as a mother, as His son to take care of her. Okay, but when it's to comes to when it comes to Kardama Muni, thou he is what do you say? He has served Devahuti and his family, but his after service towards the Lord is still pending, that he has to do the service towards the Lord. Okay, so
Kardama Muni only was prayed to Lord because he wanted wife. But as Lord told, you are doing severe penance for only for wife. Then Lord
no,
himself,
he didn't do penance for the wife, Prabhu.
no, he beginning లో తన penance తను తపస్సు చేశారు మాతాజీ. He want in the
He
beginning he done.
asked Mataji, like when Lord Vishnu comes, he has a desire to get married, and Vishnu only will say that you will
Even
get. Uh,
he tear dropped from where tear dropped, that was great what Pushkara, now also some name is there, so it become because Lord Narayana himself he tear drop, oh you performed so much austerity for wife. Continue Prabhuji.
No, but after that, he says, Prabhu, like Kardama Muni, he wants, before marriage only, he says that, like, he wants to continue his spiritual practices. So, once after getting children, he will get out of the Grahastha ashram. That was the condition that initially he keeps before marriage. But he has that option, but he has that priority on spiritual life. So after kids, he will say that I will quit this family life and then I'll continue my devotional practices.
Okay, Hare Krishna. So we'll move on to the next. Rupa Goswami remarks in this connection that one is actually attracted by the beauty of lotus of Sri Krishna or his service, whose and whose heart by such as attraction is always full with a transcendental bliss. So the Goswamis, Rupa and Sanatana Goswami, anybody can throw some light on that? Hare Krishna. There were two brothers, no?
Yes.
Who were wealthy and working in under the king. They have given up everything for the service of the Lord, isn't it? Similarly, we have third canto, fourth chapter, 15 verse of the same book. Uddhava addresses Krishna, my dear Lord. For persons who are engaged in your transcendental loving service, there is nothing worth obtaining from religiousness, economic development, sense gratification, or liberation. So in this, I think the parents of Lord Krishna also comes under, isn't it? One example.
Say they done Sutta and Suttapi. Suttapa. 12 celestial years they perform penance for the child. They asking for like you want to be our child. Directly they asked.
Yes.
Also our Atri Muni also asked child, but later but he asked child like I want child, but as like you. So he was not directly asked as the how the Sutta Suti, how they ask directly Lord,
Like
but
you,
they
but
ask
that not the Lord itself, correct?
Dattatreya, Atri Rishi.
Yeah.
Son is Dattatreya Swami.
Similarly, this is again the same Kapila Muni instructing his mothers when he's trying to pacify her. Engaging in devotion service is superior than any other thing. Okay. last is upon King Dhruva. My dear Lord, the transcendental pleasure derived from meditation upon the lotus feet, which is enjoyed by the pure devotees, cannot be approached by transcendental pleasure derived by the impersonalist. That is true, because their pathway is totally different. They are not like the pure devotee, like how they do it. Okay. So what happiness a pure devotee derives will not be the same with respect to the impersonalist. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Mataji, one question, Mataji. Like
Yes, Prabhu.
previously, also Dhruva Maharaj was little addicted to the big kingdom, and he wanted to take revenge of his stepmother. That's what he went to
Yes.
forest and did penance. But he had that intention in his mind. But when he saw that Lord, everything was purified and all the desires were purified, and that. But he had the desires. But our practicing devotee, like he may be practicing, but he needs that hand of the God, and it will come through devotees, Free Devotees Association. But he got directly from God. After that, he himself felt bad that why I was thinking like that, and he felt more bad to take revenge on his stepmother. And Krishna awarded him that, he also fulfilled that revenge. Like the Uttama, the brother of Dhruva Maharaj, will be killed in a forest fire, and our mother
He's
will be searching for him, and then she will also be killed in that. So that is one of the wish he
very
had. But he,
painful.
very painful thing, Mataji. But he feels very bad for that because he got to know that. And then when he meets the stepmother, he
Father.
offers obeisances immediately. But our mother also know that she will get that results, but she embraces her and she blesses Dhruva Maharaj with that. But my point was like how we get that change in transformation, because we are also like that small Dhruva Maharaj who has that revenge and then having that ambitions. But hand of God is there in him. But how we get that things? But we can understand in that way. But how to get that pure kind of consciousness? Is that only by hearing, or only by associating the devotees with pure consciousness like that?
Prabhu, I think from his story, Dhruva story, one thing we have to take a lesson is that we should have only pure thought towards the Lord and doing service towards the Lord. We should not, put a seed of any negative thought, or any revengeful thought, or any thing which, disrupt the life of any living entity on the planet. I think if we remember in Bhagavad Gita, Lord will say he will not spare any person who does a harm to the ant also. He will not spare anybody. So I think doing the sadhana and having the devotee association and regularly practicing all these things will keep our mind only focused on the sadhana. They say no, the more rounds you do, we'll be focused more on doing the sadhana. We'll not have any distraction of thinking of on all these things. And at one point of time, we'll be like, anything happens, it is right in Krishna consciousness. If it is bad, that is very good. Krishna is trying to protect us. If it is good, that is also very good. Krishna is trying to bless us. So once you practice and all, at one stage you come where everything seems same. I feel so.
Yes, Mataji, that stage is not at common.
No, Prabhu, in our day to day, you should have that sponge-like attitude to
Adapt whatever comes.
not adaptive, but see that mercy of the Lord. Sometimes you are not there at one particular place. It is again the mercy of the Lord. And some place you are there and you are able to do only limited thing. That is also mercy of the Lord. Some place you are there and you're doing much. Again, that is also an action of a Lord. So if we go in detail, you will come to know what are all his leelas. We don't understand how it will manifest and all. But every day and every moment is like it's created by him, and that one has to perceive that. So you can feel that energy is once we are uh, doing the sadhana. His protection is It's indescribable, Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji. Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Vamshidhar Prabhu, you have something to say?
Hare Krishna Mataji. In this context, our Baladev Vidyabhushan commented on this story. Before Dhruva becoming Vaishnava, pure devotee of Lord, her mother lot of envious and towards to Dhruva. But in the short of time period, when time period he become pure devotee, mercy of the association of the again devotee. So what happened here? He was commented on. It was written in the 11th canto. I'm going taking from reference from there. Recently, 1 week ago, I found this purport from there. So, committing Vaishnava Aparadha before becoming pure Vaishnava also, it was Vaishnava Aparadha. So, how it manifested means they burned in the samsara dava in the forest fire for offensing lot of envious to this Dhruva Maharaja. Later, he was become Vaishnava. It was manifested. So, what it mean? The message, Lord was in. We are all are in the part and parcel of the Lord, and the Lord also within us as a Paramatma is witnessing. At the same time, we are living inside Lord. How in the Vishwarupa. We are all living in the Vishwarupa. We are not separated from any material separate creation of the Lord. That is, it is in it's within the Lord in the Vishwarupa. So we can see Lord in the three forms in the stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Third canto, ninth chapter was 20, I think 29, no, 28. 28, 28, 27, it's in between. So, what everyone in this world, everyone, Stara, Chara, Stavara, Jangama, moving and non-moving, and every living entities are part and parcel of the Lord. At the same time, everyone are belong to the Lord, and anyone to, if knowingly, unknowingly, it will happen. The mistake, as you said, the statement was, it will be seed. We are putting a seed. It will. We don't know when it will be manifest. It will also stated in the Vishnu Purana. There are what seed kutam papam kutam papam bijam, four kinds of their stages are there. So that's why we should not be envious to any living entity, including the even planets also, plants also, or we cut for our sense gratification, cut plants or trees or animals, anything that totally sin. It was referring from the Srimad Bhagavatam, and what I told, it was reference from the Baladev Vidyabhushan from the 11th canto. It was happened Vaishnava Aparadha. That's why they got burned into this forest fire.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare
Yes.
Krishna.
Yesterday's chapter also, I think second chapter of NOD also has emphasized on that particular part, Prabhu, if you have remembered.
Yeah, it was in the beginning. Remember, it was
Second chapter,
there.
second
Second
chapter.
chapter, it was there. Yes, but it was there. Yes, in the first chapter also, it was given the Bijam Kutam Papam. It will manifest. That's why
Second
you are.
chapter. Yeah.
That's why we are should not be any commit any mistake. If you have that high desire to get Lord mercy, and the only desire to go back to Godhead, then you can to the come to that stage, that realization, we and you and we are not different. What is in front of me, Ratna Mataji, and our devotees and me are not different. We are all together one family, one part, one soul, one supreme person, personality Godhead was recited in our witnessing as a Paramatma.
Okay, Prabhu, that's nice. Rohini Mataji, kindly post the attendance link, no, if you have.
Mataji, I have taken the attendance manually, Mataji. I'll put it in the group.
It's okay. I think we'll conclude for today. Tomorrow we'll start with chapter 4. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Hare Krishna, devotees.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Pranam.